My name is William Niedermeyer. I am the Chief Science Officer for Attostat Incorporated. We are a nanomanufacturing company that produces nanoparticles for industry and for science as well. I am the founder of the company as well as the main patent holder for the technologies to produce the particles.
Can you tell me how nanotechnology relates to the energy industry?
Sure. Nanotechnology allows to have much larger surface areas for catalytic effects, so things that would take much larger areas to work, like in refineries, can be reduced to smaller areas, can also happen faster, so you can increase rates of production for energy and for fuels. They also allow energy densities to be much higher, so things like batteries for energy storage is very good with nanomaterials. Pretty much everything the Department of Energy has put millions of tax dollars in over the past several years in studies for nanotechnology, we can do. We can manufacture those particles now and in industrial quantities and at a price point that makes it feasible.
What part of the nanotechnology process does your company provide?
We are mainly in the production of the particles themselves, so there's many phases of it, but basically we would take particles, provide them for the evaluation, but also be able to be the provider for the industrial scale production of them. So we have a broad area of application, but we can produce them at industrial scale when it's necessary and time for it.
Where are you located, and do you work with any other organizations?
We have a program where we provide nanoparticles for universities and nanotechnology programs, including the National Science Foundation's programs for MRSIC up at the University of Utah, the USTAR programs they have up there. So as affiliated, we provide particles free of charge for some of these studies that they do for core science. We're here in North Salt Lake. We're central here in Utah, and it makes it easy for us to interface with all the other universities that are working with nanotechnology, not only in the Midwest and Western, but also here in the state.
So basically your product is ready, you just have to get the word out.
Pretty much, it's marrying the people in the business and who have the technologies necessary for these particles, and at that point we can produce them at will.
My name is Don Weiss. I'm CEO of NCAP Licensing, one of 4 companies that are part of the NCAP group of companies. We have NCAP Energy, NCAP Communications, Telecommunications, and NCAP Medical, and of course NCAP Licensing. And today I'd like to focus on NCAP Energy because it's an area of interest for you, and I think we have some very interesting novel technology that I can share with you.
Thank you, Mr. Weiss, for inviting me here. I would like to ask you, how does your company use nanotechnology?
We are an applications company. In other words, we've taken advanced nanotechnology and applied it to solving some of the most pressing problems in the energy market today.
So I understand NCAP stands for nanocapacitors. Can you explain how you use nanocapacitors to produce energy?
NCAP does stand for nanocapacitors. And what's interesting about capacitors at a nanoscale is that they can be charged and discharged spontaneously. Their charges come from space, all the energy that surrounds us, and they discharge spontaneously or on direction of our electronic circuitry. We have taken nanoparticles and put them into a proprietary formulation so that they have been able to demonstrate the ability to harvest energy from space, from the universe, from all of the energy that surrounds us every day and every night. Unlike solar cells, which must rely on solar energy coming to the earth during the daylight hours, we can harvest energy with our material in any conditions, even underground or underwater, because the energy that surrounds the earth permeates all structures, all materials.
So when do you see this technology being implemented into an ordinary household?
Just recently, within less than a year, we've received permission from the military to release some of our technology and our products to the civilian marketplace. We're in the process now of commercializing several products for consumer products and industrial products that you'll see on consumer shelves and in industrial catalogs within less than a year from now.